I thought it was really interesting to find out that one of my favorite Santana songs originally belonged to an Afro Latino. This Afro Puerto Rican man I want to talk to you about today changed music forever, literally here in the United States, in across Latin America and the Caribbean. And this person is none other than the Afro Puerto Rican Willie Bobo. He was born William Guerrero on February 28th, 1934, in East Harlem, New York City, and grew up to become one of the leading musicians in history. Bobo taught himself how to play a variety of instruments at a young age. However, he really fell in love with percussion instruments, like the bongos, the congas, the timbales, and trap drums. And I personally feel like it was his love for all these different types of instruments that contributed to him being credited as rejecting the stereotypical expectations of Latino music and being noted for combining elements of jazz, Latin, rhythm and blues music all together. So one of Bobo's most notable teachers was none other than another legendary fellow Afro-Latino jazz musician, Afro-Cuban Mongo Santamaria. Mongo taught Bobo everything that he could about the drums. In 1969, Bobo moved from New York City to Los Angeles, and he worked with a number of notable artists there, as well as studio bands, some television programs and movies and such. They would have actual bands come in and play for the theme songs or kind of like intermissions when people would be in the audience and things like that. And during his lifetime, he played percussion with Tito Puente, Herbie Mann, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie. And actually, one of Santana's most famous songs, Evil Ways, is a cover of Bobo's song. Honestly, it's not an exaggeration to say that many of the sounds we love today in jazz, big band, and Latino music can be credited back to Bobo. He released 17 albums during his career, which most of them you can find on Spotify. And it was during a performance with his mentor, Mongo, that Bobo disclosed to him that he had brain cancer and was dying. Bobo's community instantly rallied to raise money for his medical expenses. They arranged for a party for Bobo. Basically, they wanted to give him his flowers before he passed away. Tragically, Bobo died the day before the planned celebration. Knowing his time was near, Bobo actually recorded a thank you cassette on September 14th for his community. And this cassette was played the night of the party that he was supposed to be at, where his community was just going to pour tons of love into him. Bobo passed away in 1983 due to cancer, but his legacy lives on today through his many contributions to music, from blending sounds to changing the way that some of the people that we know today as like huge jazz names played their songs or composed their songs. And his son, Eric Bobo, was actually part of Cypress Hills, which is a huge band out of California. Afro Puerto Ricans, Afro Latinos have been around here for decades, centuries, contributing to music and food and culture. And Willie Bobo is obviously one of many. We love the way that he worked with sounds and music. And I thought it was really interesting to find out that one of my favorite Santana songs is, of course, and originally belonged to an Afro Latino.